Pojo must be away from his keyboard. So Pojo's playing
Pojo.
spellcasters and or spellbooks.
Right. Yeah. I'm not sure what Dill's playing.
I want to say
Yeah.
Gem Knight. It's his favorite deck. He was talking about it earlier. So we got Jay watching too. Jay and voice. What up, Jay?
Yeah, of course. Maybe, about it under the scene type shit. He said, "What's up, preaching?" and all that shit. All right, so what's going on in the door? All right, they're starting. Pojo's going first. Alright, so, with spellcasters, the way that me and Pojo built them, it doesn't really have much good early game. Like opening plays. Like the best you can do is like set a Magician of Fate or something. Sometimes you can summon the Madolce card. Sometimes with knowledge too, but it kind of depends on what you're up against. So it looks like he started off with Magician of Fate. After he plays, it's like Bomber's Trap Hole, Deep Prison, Phoenix Chain.
Yeah, Phoenix and Bottomless will be good in this matchup.
Cool, yeah. So the gems. In the side that me and him had, I originally had two compulsories, for matchups like these, but I haven't been seeing them, so I took it out. But I'm not sure what Pojo put for those 3 slots because we had 3 slots left over in the side deck, so see what's up with that.
Yeah, so stopping the first gem armadillo can be pretty strong. Often you need that to get the materials to make your first fusion.
He goes for a shell right now. That one fire gem knight, that would be pretty tough for Pojo.
That would. That would. So he just added.
I didn't see the video.
You didn't see the what? Oh, the Phoenix.
I didn't see the Phoenix.
Yeah. So.
What did he add with Absorb Fusion?
The fusion card, Gem Knight Fusion.
Right. Okay. I mean, it doesn't look like he got much going on here for Dill.
No, I think if he had the ability to make Citrine, he would have dropped it right now.
Yeah. I mean that whole Citrine thing though is pretty specific right now. I'm pretty sure you don't have it, but next turn though, Pojo got a pretty sick play with Flip Magician of Fate for knowledge, just tripping all that.
Yeah, this is where Phoenix is good. It's also protecting his flip.
Right.
Yeah, I think Dill's going to pass.
This is pretty tough for him. He needs his own Phoenix or something. But,
Veiler
still
maybe.
Plays Wisdom too. We maxed out on 3 in the main deck because Wisdom is pretty busted. He got some pretty broken things with Breaker too. Because you summon like a Breaker against multiple sets and you have the Wisdom too. That's like a win con against some trap decks. Decks. Or whenever you try to like just go for a power play.
Yeah, that's like good not only because it protects Breaker, but narrows down which one is the best trap to target, which one's like the Mirror Force or the Deep Prison or whatever.
I'm not sure. Me and Pojo got like a few card differences in the main decks. For me, I took out Priestess and Life. I'm not sure if Pojo still plays both of those cards. I think he took out Life recently, but I think he still plays Priestess, so that's pretty much the only thing.
Yeah. I don't mind Priestess, especially, but you guys aren't playing Chocolate Magicians, are you?
Playing what? Chocolate Magician? Nah.
No,
we're not playing that. Nah, because see, with that card, it comes with other cards, and those other cards are pretty garbage.
I was thinking it would just be a good way to do something with the extra Magellans that this deck.
That's why we play. Well, not actually the
Gigabyte.
Them being floaters is pretty important for the deck. We always want to have that going. We don't want to discard it, nothing like that. That's actually why we play two Jar of Avarices now. Despite how contradictory it might look because of fate and stuff, really the whole point you're playing is just to recycle your Maggies over and over.
I see. So
that you can go for XYZ and not be like hindered by having to XYZ with your Maggies and stuff like that.
I see. Yeah, that's good. So Dill got the Reckless off, but probably earlier than he wants to use it. He probably wanted to have a draw phase. I think I would have just
Yeah,
let the.
yeah. I mean, from here,
I think he could have just let the reckless
yeah, from here,
die.
it looks like this is it.
I think he could have just let the reckless die. But we'll see. I feel like not having these next two draw phases is really gonna hurt.
The power and finish working really well right here. Super well. Right, yeah, this is pretty broken. I'm pretty sure dude's lost, to be honest. His hand needs to be something good, like right now.
Yeah. Faith is still good. 2019.
I like finish in some decks. I think I also played in my zombie deck just so they have like when I put in my zombie deck, I had it more along the lines of them playing like Infernity. They got like Infernity Archfiend and stuff. I could like banish it or for like Turtle, like Crash and all that stuff. So I think it's good in those two decks. I'm not sure about any other decks really. Oh, in my my one Dark Creator deck, the one that crashes a lot, it's pretty good in that deck too. It's pretty specific, but I like the way it depends on the deck though.
Yeah, that's definitely cool about this format, and I feel like that's the mark of a good format is when you got a whole bunch of good cards, but the best decks are, it's all about the synergies that the cards have with the other cards in the deck. You're not just playing the most obvious staple in everything. Like some decks, breakthroughs skills obviously better. Some deck, finish works better. And some decks don't even want to play either. They just play Valor. Like, I'm pretty sure Dill's not playing those cards. He's just playing Valors. So he makes the Prisma using Amber and Lazzle. Lazzle's going to add Amber back to hand. Gem Knight Fusion is going to banish Lazzle, add itself back. So he can use Prisma's effect to kill Breaker. That's okay. I mean, I'd probably just go for that and try to hit for some damage. See, because this Breaker is threatening to be XYZ. Maybe you can catch Pojo in some kind of a brick or like a hand that's kind of awkward to deal with this Prisma.
Prisma stats is pretty relevant here. I like that
right.
Maggie with power can't get over it.
So yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, all the more reason I think to kill this Breaker.
Well, it seems that Pojo don't have like a bottom is down, but he may or may not have a finish. He probably has a face down. He runs deep prison too, as I said. So, I mean, he could just try to, like you said, pop the Breaker and just he needs another Breaker to get past this. But
yeah, he's going for that play. Oh, discarding Amber. All right. Maybe he's got Obsidian. Ooh, another Fiendish. And he can attack the Breaker.
And now this is really tough. If they'll not have an answer to this, power is pretty much over.
Tony's holding like a secrets, right?
Secrets. If you search with power, yeah, I'm not sure. But usually that's the play. Yeah, with power, you either want to get more powers or hold a secret or something like that. But,
I'm pretty sure he's holding. I'm pretty sure he's holding the secrets. I think that's what he got with power. This is that Gem Turtle? It's got to be, right?
I don't think there's anything else. I mean, it could be, nah.
If it was Shell, he would have made Citrine.
I mean, in terms of it being Bowel, just like setting one, trying to get him to attack over, but that's pretty whack. No, that's very whack, actually.
That's a Gem Turtle. Maybe a Morphing Jar if he's playing that. I threw Morphing Jar into this deck, and it was pretty wild.
Yeah, Morphing Jar is pretty crazy in this format because of how unexpected it is.
Yeah. See, I'm pretty sure you got to be playing rock bombardments in this thing. I think that card's really fun. It's like another fake out back row that you just chain.
I mean, he could set the fusion, as a bluff, but that sounds pretty horrible against a deck with 3 breakers.
Maybe he got lucky and drew the second reckless.
Pretty crazy. He got hella shit to work with right here. Oh, matter of fact, I guess Prisma's stats ain't that relevant because a Spellbook of Fate could change position of the monster.
Yeah, that's still resource.
It's still a resource, yeah.
I think he just add the fate. Maybe the bottomless.
If he got Secrets, I don't think he has to add Fate. He could go for more traps, and just make his lead more established, in case he ever tries to go for more plays. I'm not sure why he'd have to go for Jigga.
No.
Turn.
I wouldn't go for Jigga.
There's no yeah. Yeah, I'd go for bottom 6, though.
Secrets add power. Power over the Prisma. Oh, here comes the jar. Oh, that's the other reason not to add the fate. You got the jar down.
Also, with 1 Secrets, jar is also good in that sense. So typically, you never want to banish it with fate, so you want to recycle it. But initially, I wasn't really that big of a fan of just the fate in this deck. I thought it was too slow and all that. But Pojo he pushed on recycling secrets being super important in the deck. So
he used it to recycle power, I think. This game. Sorry, knowledge.
I think he recycled knowledge this game.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Crazy, to be honest.
Duality. I would have played that duality.
We played it.
This
but I don't know why he said it though. I mean,
yeah. That was not good.
I said it has a lot of downsides. Whatever. Pojo's way too ahead in this game right now. I'm pretty sure he can't lose at this point.
Power push over Prisma. One book, so it's gonna add secrets, which he used this turn, right?
He could go for that.
Yeah, he can't play secrets.
Yeah, he did use secrets this turn, right?
It's kind of crazy. It's like one of the few times you'd be limited by that. Actually, I guess with all the recycling this deck does.
No,
comes up.
They'll probably should have discarded Gemini Fusion a while ago over Amber if he doesn't have a level 4 right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we know he has 2 Gemini Fusions in hand.
Right. Take a fusion this turn.
He's got one other card.
He's a level 4. I think a level 4 is the only thing that makes sense here for him to flip turtle. Guess not. He got another Gemini. Maybe an Obsidian or something. A Lazuli, another one.
Obsidian.
I mean, he got a live Amber play right now.
He
can
does.
get back or Obsidian. All right, so he's going for Bottomless. I think that was a little early.
Could have gone Bottomless on the Amber, actually.
I think maybe Pojo was a bit scared of the stats. Maybe, I don't know. Probably can't get over or something. But he got Secrets. Secrets Fate is a play later on down.
Yeah, I think if you hit the Amber,
he doesn't really care.
I think if you hit the Amber, the turn's basically over.
It stops everything. It stops everything if you hit Amber.
Yeah, now he adds back Lazzle.
Make one fusion and Amber again, or he could go for Lazuli and to keep Amber in his hand to try and play around power. But I'm not sure what fusion he would summon. Maybe the Rock again. Yeah, the Rock again. The Rock's an option. Prisma is another option. He won't go for it. I think he'll go for the Rock again, but I'm not sure whether he. Okay, he's going for Lazuli. All right, so this is his play. Go for Zerg, add back Amber, play around power, have a big monster.
Oh yeah. He could have banished the Obsidian first.
Right. Yeah, he could.
That's probably. I feel like that's better. Having a Amber in hand, what does that do?
Around power.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure that Pojo has realized by now that he should have held Bottomless for the Amber.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll make that mistake again.
Actually not sure whether or not Pojo even has a spellcaster in hand. Because going for Direwolf over the Turtle last turn could have been a thing, especially if he had Maggie. Maybe he has a Breaker, but over a Heavy Storm, I don't know.
See, I was kind of thinking that the best play would have been to use Fate on the face down monster, but he went for the Jar Avarice play instead.
Can I go for a Knowledge or something? I think his hand has a lot of books at the moment. I think he has any monster. He'd set Fate last turn if you had one.
Deal's got the draw next turn. You're right, he would have set the Fate. Well, no, he's only got one book in the grave. It wouldn't really be chainable.
I'm not sure what Pojo's really thinking here.
Is he stuck or is he deciding between two good options?
He should summon the Sork out of nowhere here. The one Sork.
The one Sork? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, Sork.
I don't see that coming. He has secrets. We know he has secrets. So
whatever Pojo does, as long as he gets Zerk off the field, I'm pretty sure he can just win with whatever momentum he has. Fusion and Amber can't do a whole lot. If he top decks Obsidian, then that's crazy.
Yeah, Obsidian would be pretty crazy. Or Absorb, or Armadillo would be pretty good, but probably not quite fast enough.
I think dude got to play.
He might just have to dig with knowledge. Discard a
I
book.
think we would have done that.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, he got secrets, right? I think he
does have.
got secrets.
Yeah.
Them stats are pretty relevant right now.
Zirconia, yeah. So it's the biggest one. What's citrine, like 23, 21?
It's 20, 21.
21, 22? No, it's bigger than Cyber Dragon. I think it's 22.
Or it's 22. It's probably 22 then.
Yeah. Because I've played Cyber Dragons against Gem Knights a few times, and I don't remember. Like, I remember thinking, I wish my Cyber Dragon had like 100 more attack.
22.
Kept dying in battle.
He had a Maggie.
Okay.
What dudes play? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah, just go for Crab. And Crab walls like the entire deck. Only thing that gets it is Prisma. Which, that's a thing.
Crab's pretty good tops here. He could get. Oh, you guys said. Well, he could top it like Crystal Rose, Obsidian, Lazuli.
Forgot about Rose. He got the Armadillo. So I think Armadillo add Obsidian.
Yeah.
I bet he's gonna go for the Photon Papal play, but I feel like that's not gonna work. Oh, Fiendish. That's it. So
you gotta end this turn here. You gotta end this turn here.
I feel like he's gonna be stubborn and just make the. Yeah, you're right. He has to end. You can't bring out the Rock Fusion.
Dude said, "Wow." the cool thing about Nefarious is how it works with Maggie too. It's pretty dope. Next turn, Tony summons or Pojo summons Maggie and has like, he has secrets too. I mean, Fro might just go for the 2900 just so he don't get a power play, but that does a whole lot of nothing. He won't be able to attack anymore if you force his last material on another Zerk. So I think that's pretty much all he could do here. If he does anything.
He's got the Amber play. No, that doesn't work. Prisma, you need yeah, Armadillo's not a Gem Knight.
Yeah, so you got to go for Zerk if anything. Zerk is the only card he got.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
You force out the last material for Crab, you can't attack no more, and you don't get vulnerable to a Maggie power play because Pojo got secrets. So
that's true.
The dude loses to like everything at this point, to be honest. Pojo might just go for Maggie power. For Nefarious. He wants to end with protection, so he might try to get a Fate Live somehow. Maybe he'll search power, knowledge. Nah. Yeah, it depends what other spellbooks he has in hand right now. Is this game 1? Yeah, it's game 1, alright. Yeah, he's going for Maggie power, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's game 1.
Maggie power, whole Fate, live Fate, yeah. So it's pretty good play right now. Dill just had to top a Gemini really because he could summon Amber next turn. And attack? Nah, that wouldn't work either. Because Tony would probably banish the Amber. It really depends how Pojo uses Fate next turn. Like if Dill gets another, he's going all in. I bet.
Interesting.
I'm trying to.
I mean, so now Crab.
Oh yeah, Tony could just go for well, I guess he's not worried about Zerk anymore because he got a Fate with three Spellbooks engraved, so he could just banish it.
I mean, he could banish an Amber play too.
He can banish
Amber doesn't have priority because it's got a normal summon itself first when it comes back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it looks like it's set too, so it doesn't matter. Phoenix got to go to grave though.
Yeah, Phoenix was on Armadillo. Man, maybe if he didn't set that duality.
Yeah, that duality would have been pretty good if it wasn't set.
Yeah, that did nothing. Can't be setting spells against a deck with 3-breaker.
As of now, dude got 2 fusions in hand and an Amber. It's pretty tough. It's alright, but you can't really.
I feel like the one card that could help is Crystal Rose.
He could get Rose, Armadillo, any Gemini, Obsidian, Lazuli.
Because at this point, Rose has the fusion in the grave.
I think Rose is a rock inherently, so he could fuse from hand, but he got to get rid of Fate first. So he probably has to summon. Well, that's tough too. See, if he tries to summon Amber to attack over Maggie to make Fate there, so he can go along with his play, then
doesn't have
the
a normal
monster. If he gets Fate, the Amber frame, right? Yeah, he has no more plays because he has 2 fusion in hand and probably the last material. He's just going for the fusion.
Amber and what? Wait, what? Maybe he's thinking about whether he should summon the Amber. But I feel like if he summons the Amber, he's just going to get banished, and then he can't make a fusion either.
Pojo would definitely banish the Amber. Banishing Amber is game because the Farius comes back in the end phase, summon another Maggie.
The Farius triggers
29.
Maggie?
Yeah, the Farius can trigger Maggie.
Oh, that's cool. Forgot about that one.
He's mandatory too, so wouldn't lose time. I think the guy loses. Oh, wow, he top deck Rose. That's pretty good.
Yeah. See, I feel like that's the one thing. Now you go for the attack.
If this gets stopped by something other than Fate, then so.
Right.
Luckily, the Zerk, well, he already went through 3 Phoenixes. The thing about normal monsters and Phoenix is that you can't use Phoenix against a normal monster. So that would have been relevant had he not used 3 Phoenixes already.
Ooh, why is he using Rose?
He's just going for it in main phase 1, it looks like.
Alright. And he's going to use priority to send.
Lazuli. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like you still just banish. Right? If you're Pojo, do you use Fate on the Rose right now?
Well, Lazuli's gonna go. He's gonna get back Rose. He got another. He could get back Fusion again, so he could summon another Fusion and then attack both. But Pojo plays Mirror Force too, so that's something to look out for. Both of Pojo's sets are real. I don't think he could do anything, like regardless of what he does. I think Pojo can afford 2. 8. Especially because he just banished a Fusion, his last Fusion from Grave, so he can't really use Rose's Grave effect. Can't go for another Zerk, so he could go for what's it called, that Prisma. Yeah, but using Prisma's effect is like horrible. I mean, the thing is, no matter what he does,
it's alright getting rid of the crab, but I mean the crab's also just it's just a wall right now. See, I would have done. I think that I would have tried to attack the Magi and done all this in main phase too.
That's one thing, but
and this Nefarious can pop the crab too, right?
Right.
So I think Pojo's gonna do that if the crab is there on the end phase. So maybe you do have to make Prisma and kill the crab. Otherwise, you're facing another rank 4 play next turn.
Good chain. So he's going to banish the Rose in his chain so that he has to use his Fusion as material.
Oh, wow, that's good. I didn't even think of that.
So that's a good play.
That is a very good play.
I think that's game.
Has to be. Has to banish the Fusion and Amber. Make a Prisma.
Yeah, you got to use that in Amber Prisma, yeah. And then that's it.
Yeah, he's just...
I mean, he could try to use effect, and he could try to attack over Maggie, but that's it.
He's just bleeding advantage right now. Yeah. So, yeah, for sure, attacking with the Zirconia was the play. Before you put the Rose on the table.
Yeah.
Because you just needed to force that Fate out. Fate. Yeah. Just scoop now, save a little time. It's over. I bet you this back row is real too.
Yeah. If it's real, it just makes it worse.
Maybe it's a Jar Avarice, but popping the crab, yeah. That's all you can do. Swing into the Magi. I mean, I guess if this hits Magi, he gets one more turn. Maybe. But he's out of I don't even know what you could top deck next. You could top deck Obsidian and use the Fusion and Obsidian and revive Amber. Prisma's once per turn, right? Yeah.
Prisma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not hard once per turn, but soft. Oh god, yeah, that would be broken if it was not once per turn.
If this ain't Deep Prison, it's not real. Be like an MST or something.
MST or Jar Avarice. Second Fate? Right. He wouldn't have set the second Fate. Maybe. Ooh. Yeah, he needs obsidian. But I don't know. I think you just swing here.
Pojo runs like 3 to 4 battle phase traps.
Storming.
Yeah, rip them. Drowning, I mean.
Drowning.
Yeah. I told dude about the card in books because usually, you summon like a Maggie or a Blue Boy and then you use knowledge on it. So usually you have like an empty board most times. And when you don't have an empty board, like it's usually not big, nothing like worth protecting. You got like floaters and stuff. So I had an extra spot in my deck. Protect the card. Told you to try it out.
I think it's pretty cool.
It works pretty well in this deck.
What the hell is his most powerful move? This game got a little better. I thought it was just going to be over, but the Rose top deck helped.
Garnet is pretty powerful.
2 powers banished. Normal summon Garnet. Just to block the Magis.
Blocking damage in general.
Alright, that's one way to play. Playing against Magis is really frustrating. It's like more frustrating than playing against gadgets. It's like they only run 3, but really they summon like 6 times a game. It's just like infuriating. It's not much you can do.
Maggie's.
Really just gotta hit it with Breakthrough or Fiendish. Nothing you can do after it's summoned. 500 per turn. He's got to draw, something.
Yeah, power is over. Whoa.
Fate. Power 2, yeah. Oh yeah, power over the Garnet. Power over the Garnet.
I'm not sure.
I think you could add Fate, and then it's like a Book of Moon. It's alright. Especially if you have a like
he can't add powers or nothing. So
what?
It'd be bad if this dude uses a Baylor on this. Pojo just needs to protect his Maggie one time, and then he can.
Do you see why is there a second Maggie in the spell trap zone? Am I glitching?
Because Dill said, nah, because Dill wants to use something on the effect.
Oh. Valor. Yeah, Valor's a thing there. So now we know Dill has 1 fusion, 1 Valor. Sorry, just 1 fusion in hand.
Fusion.
If I know his list, I don't think he has a play. I think he's just done. Add wisdom.
It looks like he already got the
game. He's going for wisdom to, I guess, just ensure his next game shot goes through, basically, if Dill tops a trap. What type is Valor? A spellcaster. That sucks. How good would it be in this deck if it was a Thunder? Make Prisma.
A top deck turtle would be like all right, but Pojo still needs just like one monster to get past that.
Yeah, that's what that looks like. Could be a shell.
This Pojo could just go for Fate for 2, flip it up, and then if he has another monster,
Oh, true, true.
game.
Yeah, I always forget that Fate can do that.
And it's pretty convenient against decks with annoying stats, like against Infernities when I was testing versus earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty rough, like Necro.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, books have a lot of plays. They can deal with a lot of bullshit, basically. Pretty
Versatile overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna banish it. He might have another monster in hand then. Was that facts?
Oh, battle phase. Okay.
Getting rid of it.
Ooh, shell. Shell actually would have been pretty good because you go into Citrine.
Yeah, sure.
If you
It
top,
would have kept him in the game a bit
if you
longer.
top a gem, or
He got a Magician of Fate face down. I'm not sure what back.
No.
Yeah, duality.
Faith down is pretty much over. But
Top deck Garnet.
oof.
So yeah.
That's the game. That was a long.
Alright, so as for what to side in, I got 3 Kaikus in my side deck, so I'm pretty sure Pojo might side 3 of those in.
Not bad against.
Siding Crow too.
Not bad against gems.
The Kaiku is pretty strong. Look at his gem. They can't recycle fusion and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's basically a floodgate.
Yeah, they're gonna really go for like 1 fusion and stuff like that.
Bigger than everything except the fusions incarnate.
As for what dude could side out for it, he could probably side out the battle phase traps. I never liked them against Gem Knights. I used to have compulsory in my side, as I said before, but I'm not sure what Tony. Oh, I think he put Mirror Forces over it. I'm not sure. If he did, that's inconvenient, but I didn't decide right now. Those and Kaikus.
The storming's not bad, and drowning, because it basically it does, it wipes the board, and it doesn't, it denies them graveyard resources. Like those cards go back to the deck.
It's convenient, but I never like it against deck with like 3 Citrines and stuff like that. It's just too easy to play around.
Right. Yeah.
Against trap heavy decks back when I used to play Gem Knights, I would just summon like 1 or 2 Citrines and just attack with those forever until my opponent answers it. And by then, I have a bunch of resources to do something else anyways. Citrines by itself are pretty powerful overall. 50 defense too, so you can't really use Faith on it unless you use a 3rd effect. So just banish it.
How much defense?
1950.
Yeah. Check what's going on Discord.
But that Faith on Rose play was still pretty good. I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, that was very good.
Like, I knew dude could afford to wait, but damn, that was a prime opportunity.
Verts knocked out Silver. Oh, well, gave him the first loss. Gonna assume that was 2-1. I don't think it really matters.
Silver got sacked, bro. That's crazy.
I think every time Silver loses, he got sacked.
Still starting off with Duality, Banish Shell, Amber Fusion. He's probably gonna go for a Shell, if anything. If he don't have the other two, I mean the Fusion. Amber don't really matter much right now. I guess not. Dude probably has no Gemini Sun.
Sorry, I was doing the bracket. So he added Shell.
And he added back what's it called? Amber.
Oh, Amber. He revealed a Shell.
He revealed Shell, Amber, and Gemini Fusion. He shuffled back both Shell and Fusion for Amber.
Yeah.
The thing I like about Gemini a lot is Turtle is such a great starter. The defense is so relevant. Having like a defense card is pretty great too because back when I played Gemini, it's getting past cards like 2,000 or more stats, attack or defense. It's pretty hard to get by unless you're doing like the extra deck, and then you have like a trap to stop that. It's pretty broken.
Yeah.
It really gives you a lot of time to set up your resources and whatnot.
Turn 1 Blue Boy, always good.
I think after Pojo saw Turtle, he's not going to go for a power play here. He's probably just going to go for a knowledge play. And just adding knowledge now, if he doesn't already have it. Yeah, he's going to go for knowledge. So then.
Added Drowning. Okay. I mean, now Dill's gonna basically be forced to play around it. But I would just guess by Tony's playstyle that he's not gonna set Drowning for a couple of turns. He did that to me the other day. He added Torrential off Duality. I was playing Cyber Dragons, and he kept not setting Torrential. And
imagine a play.
I kept playing into Torrential, and I think that got me over. Like he was just regretting not setting Torrential every turn.
you know, I was gonna say, I versed the dude in the spellbook mirror, and you know, I got duality. I added I added a bottom trap hole, and we know it's the mirror, you know. So I go and I used duality. I got bottom trap hole. I set magician of fate. And I got the bottom to my hand, but I also got deep prison. I said deep prison. The dude goes, summon Maggie, okay, all that. He goes for power. Like, that's crazy, you know.
Yeah, come on. This is like basic duality tricks.
Yeah. I like the duality does all that though. Like being able to
it's fun.
mess with your opponent.
It's fun. The other thing I like is when you reveal a semi-limited card and you have the other one in your hand. They like kind of
setting two, like when you know your opponent plays like dust and stuff. You set two face and they hit one, and now they think they don't have to play around the second one.
Right. Same idea.
One thing though, mirror is that wisdom is like completely insane. Like it's used both offensive and defensively because you could just like instead of edit and then use it for spells on your opponent's mind, so whenever they go for a power play and they can't stop it like at all.
So here's the citrine play. I think he's just gonna do what you were saying, just citrine every turn.
Yeah, he should.
It looks like Tony kept in his battle traps. He kept deep prison. He has the storming. Wonder when we'll see the first Kaiku though.
Kaiku would be pretty sick.
The
Kaiku power.
Yeah, Kaiku power. Banish the amber. That'd be good.
Yeah, that and a shell. That'd be pretty great. Shell, but
shell doesn't really matter because Dill's got the other shell in hand right now. Shell, you kind of got to banish it right away, or I mean, matters against volcanics because they want to recycle their shells like 5 times, but Geminites aren't doing that. Kind of so can Amber?
I mean, I'd probably add.
Amber can add another Amber from Banish Pile, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The thing about playing Geminites against spell, usually you want to use your fusions as a bait when you set 2 cards because the deck runs 3 breakers.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can with that, like you could just add back a fusion, set 1, and that'll be to bet the breaker and stuff like that. So stuff to consider. Since he added Amber with duality, he probably don't want to banish it.
No, I think he wants to leave that Amber for a Lazzle or a Obsidian play. Okay. Ideally,
so he's going for what? Yeah, so Breaker's going to be crazy. Breaker's going to be crazy here. Basically.
Well, does he have Wisdom? Do we know if... Oh, Kaiku.
He just added Wisdom off Secrets.
All right.
One thing I saw with Pojo is that whenever we did book mirrors, we saw that Book of Moon is actually pretty broken in the mirror. Because you could just book like the Breaker on Summon, and then their Faith is dead, and they can't go for power plays anymore.
So, all right, that's going to draw out Wisdom. You think he's got a second trap he could chain?
That's usually how you play around the Wisdom, by doing stuff like that.
Double trap. Trap quick.
Wisdom, anyways,
trap quick play. What? Why did he not?
Better in my next turn.
He's got something better? Ooh.
I think I had Wisdom there for sure, but, you know.
What? That's crazy to me. Unless he's got like a priestess right now.
These watchers is crazy right now.
We got the Eunice alt, Shane alt, Morphin Jar alt, and all the Nova players.
I heard Tulendina's a pretty good player, though. Pojo plays him a lot.
Yeah, I like Tulendina. Dex Dong Chief, that's Morphing Jar 100%. Goat format Burn, Eunice, Grisperovic, Shane. GG. Well played. Thanks for trying multis.
They just keep coming, so that's crazy.
The funny thing about this GoatFormat.com Burn guy is he's like rage quit format library, goat format, and he's still like logging on with his GoatFormat.com account.
He dedicated.
He's like more dedicated than the people running the site.
He got a jar face down. All right.
That's a lot of back row for a Gem Knight deck.
I think Pojo might have sided out heavy. I'm not sure. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if Pojo saw a real trap in the first game.
Now, what do we see? We saw duality. We saw duality. That was his trap.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe a dust tornado. We might have seen that.
Oh, I think Dill got a. Oh, he got wiretap. All right.
Wiretap.
That's another thing we'd be considering too for a side deck choice. Wiretap being really good for just letting your plays go through.
It's a fun card.
I'm not sure about Dill. Dill might want to go Curse Sealed or something.
Oh yeah, Curse Sealed on Spellbooks is pretty cool.
I mean, they both could go for Curse Sealed.
Dill's got extra synergy though, because discarding Gemini Fusion doesn't really matter.
Yeah. A Magic Drain too. That's crazy. That might be it. Citrine having all that pressure and all these negates. I'm not sure how dude can play it.
Wow.
If he got a break, if he got breaker and power, that'd be pretty good.
See,
he's probably regretting
not using the wisdom on the Kaiku. Yeah. See, I feel like that was.
I mean, he got wisdom in his hand, dump, but.
Right, but he was saving it for something else, and now he's got to dump it. I think.
He's pretty desperate.
3,600 too.
Yeah, this Citrine's doing a lot of work, man. Playing Citrine like this against decks like these is like really killer. They keep coming. What the hell?
He's typing a novel. Wait, how did he see the top three?
You already banished it? I'm not sure.
What?
I'm not sure. I mean, I wasn't really watching. And I guess he wanted to gate it or something like that.
Well, I think he's asking him to shuffle.
Right, because he already knows, so he don't want to make the negate bias.
Yeah, that's fine.
You get the wisdom back, I guess. So wisdom is basically an MST there. So now whatever play he's going for, he can go for it again, I guess.
But if that was the case, why not just hold the wisdom if your play was good? Yeah, he takes the jar.
Going for jar, he got nothing.
He's got nothing. Maybe he's got.
Nothing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he kept Deep Prison. I see it in his grave right now. Like I said, Battleface Trap is really poor against a deck with strategies like these.
Yeah. Usually I would be setting out my deep prisons for a compulse.
That's what compulse compulse kind of transitioned me from main to side, and now ultimately I just took it out mostly because I don't see people play Gem Knights no more. But right now in these situations, it'd be pretty crazy to have a compulse on me. I guess Dill accounted for that with his wiretap strat he got going on post side. Watch that last card be Heavy Storm.
What's he looking for? Hand trap? Why do this in draw phase?
Sure. Maybe he sided in Max.
Max.
Maybe, I don't know.
That Max or Crow. Crow.
Max or Crow is pretty good.
Dill has a Gem Knight fusion in hand? Or has he just been sitting on this one Citrine all game? He's got 2 shells, right? No. I haven't been keeping track of his hand.
I don't think he added the second shell, the third shell yet.
300-pound fat bitch with no gender.
He added both shells already.
We got 300-pound fat bitch with no gender watching.
All right, so we got 350 pound.
350. Sorry, excuse me. 350.
We got beef. We got fat cat. We got bird.
Oh, we got Noxja, the legend, and Pornhub.com Noxja. How he's watching?
Yeah,
he's watching on his phone and his desktop. It's dedication.
Yo, he gotta watch the duel, man. You know, in case one shuts off. We
got Burgundy and Go Format Burn, and there's like conspiracy theory of whether they're the same person or not.
They're the same person. Yeah, I mean, dude Burgundy played with us, but he never told us about the other account, so I'm not sure if it is or not.
It's not even spelled. Well. It's not even spelled the same. There's no.
Right, you know.
Yeah. Like if that's your name, why would you put the U in there? Or whatever.
I mean, it's whatever, honestly, but
it's just funny at this point.
I guess they like Nova on. Maybe they'll play Nova next tournament.
That would be wild, as Dill would say.
Yo, watch the next tournament be like a 32-man. Got all these dudes here.
That'd be great. He has the drowning, right? We saw that really early.
Right, so he can't attack Armadillo. I'm not sure why he got it out there.
Probably just to add.
He shouldn't have.
Yeah, he's passing.
Yeah. Burnchill is tough, too, because
Citrine putting in work. He's just going to make...
This Citrine did, 3 direct attacks already?
Just going to make another Citrine and probably kill him.
Another Citrine is crazy.
Well, he's got Shell.
Looks like Pojo didn't have a spellcaster after the Kaiku play. He really should have wisdom, man.
Yeah.
It looks like he just drew into Maggie.
Maggie power would get over Gem.
Yeah, but I think Pojo is at such a disadvantage right now.
Yeah. I think that last back row is reckless, actually. I think that Dill's just been sitting on reckless because he was in a good position. I can't imagine it being a battle trap. Like I think
Two battle traps.
I think what he did. Oh yeah, that's true. We saw a D prison.
Alright, so he would have had to set both together. Oh, weird.
He has to kill this citrine right now.
And that citrine also messes with Maggie too. That citrine is really powerful.
Yeah, doesn't shuffle it back.
You got a lot of fate. Got a lot of fate plays too. So maybe he's thinking about banishing card and
It's true.
and he just passes here, I guess.
So he's gonna fate at the
He's
end
gonna
of
fade.
at the end of main phase.
This play would be better if he has a torrential face down, so that he could play around the second citrine.
Exactly.
Or maybe even bottomless could be a thing too. Well, maybe he got hand traps in hand too. He could have like a crow that he's been holding on.
No, I think he would have used it there. Oh yeah, it's a crow.
There,
Got the amber banished too.
convenient. All right, so Dill got 2 shells in his hand right now. I'm not sure what did he add with Armadillo Obsidian.
Yeah.
It should be, yeah.
And then so he top decked something, and we don't know what that is.
I mean, he could attack with Armadillo like over the Magaline, and then attack with Citrine directly.
Plays around storming for sure, but I think a fate is down, so I think he just has to lose his citrine to fate. I don't think you can do anything to stop it.
It's like Dill don't have any monster to command. I think with Citrine first is kind of wild.
He's gonna fate.
All right, so that's gone. Dill just passes there. I don't think he has a reckless. I think he would have. I think he could have gone for a game shot or something if he drew like one more monster.
Yeah, maybe he just doesn't have a monster.
Yeah, he don't have a monster. He got 2 shells right now. I'm not sure what else he has. He has the Obsidian he added too, so I'm not sure what the last card is.
Seems like another fate down, but only 2 books in the grave.
I mean, to just take 300 per turn.
Yeah. That will give him a few turns.
And the thing is, if Dill has another wire tap, then that's pretty much over for whatever next push he does. What dude needs like a jigger or something? I don't think Dill plays any out to like a degen outside of just trying to attack over it. This doesn't solve anything, and he got deep prison, but
he plays. He could do Valor and attack the Djinn.
Valor is only on the opponent's turn.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
He plays compulsory, so it doesn't.
I feel like that's not a good. Ooh. Oh, no negates, right?
Yeah. That's a game. He can't stop it.
Yeah.
These people are already like 2 or 3 rounds ahead.
This is a long match. I think we passed the hour mark.
Yo. I asked Pojo how come he didn't use the wisdom. He says that when Citrine is also being attacked, you can't activate cards.
Whoa, really?
It's pretty crazy.
That is nuts. I'm going to have to read that again.
I could have just used wisdom earlier, but he says he wasn't expecting deep prison.
Yeah, I wasn't either, so.
Oh yeah, so Citrine is pretty powerful.
In this matchup, yeah, if it stops wisdom, that's the main way that people have been, or that spellcasters can play around traps. That and Breaker. So he's gonna, I think Breaker's gonna have to be the.
I preemptively use wisdom, so he's probably gonna start doing that now after seeing.
Yeah, when he's attacking Citrine.
When attacking Citrine.
I think he's just got to focus more on not letting Citrine drop. Because he doesn't really care about Prisma or Zirconia.
Pretty sick. It's a long match. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm a little concerned about with Nova is that some of these matches can go like way longer than other formats. Oh, Fat Cat dropped, so I gotta give WGN the win.
But Dill's side deck is pretty powerful though. Like just having cards like those that or counter trap specifically that just stops all disruptions for your plays is pretty powerful.
Yeah. But I feel like Drain shouldn't really matter that much because books have so many spells that they just end up discarding the worst spell to play their best. Oh, we got Kamal Crooks up in the hood. Peeping our Nova format.
Jailbreak.
No monster. That means no Magellin. Absorb.
Pojo said he bricked hard, so I guess he's probably sitting on like multiple wisdoms and traps.
Oof.
His
only hope is if Dill bricked harder.
These variants of Spellbooks have really weak early game, so Pojo said it might be it. Alright, this is pretty vulnerable for a dude. Like, probably went for Zinc instead of Citrine there. Because that armor is a liability, both because of Kaiku and because of power overall. And Citrine just being able to the attack over by power too, so. He should have went for Zinc there over Citrine. Should add a finish probably. I guess he said it. Well,
Maybe another Fiendish?
he got another finish out duality. I'm not sure what else he said though.
Do you use it on the Citrine just to save damage?
He used it on an Armadillo. Citrine is free right now.
Yeah. Would you use the second Fiendish just to save damage? No, right?
Well, he got Shell and Fusion, so he could just do it again for free to make another Citrine.
Yeah. The other thing you can do.
Pojo got nothing.
Other thing you can do against this is Just like make them run out of citrines, and then you deal with easier monsters. So they only got 3. Now you can power over that citrine without having to worry about it negating wisdom. That's like okay.
Still got some room to work with here. He just needs a power play.
For sure.
And these battleface traps are hurting him right now.
I don't really know what Dill's sitting on with that 5-card hand, no back row. After the previous game where he's setting like wiretaps.
He just finished adding few. He was shell once, so he got 1 shell, 1 fusion. I think 2 turns passed since shell went to grave, so maybe he already has a 2nd shell in his hand. He could be sitting on 2 shells, 1 fusion.
Oh, is it possible he drew 2 shells to open? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he might have. What else, though? I mean, if he had turtle or something, he would have done something with it. You know if that Legion rank 4 card does, when it put cards face down, is it any card or just the opponent's card?
Just opponent's face up attack.
Alright.
Yeah, it's kind of narrow.
So if dude had like a level 4, like he could try to free a citrine with like maybe what's it called, the
Zen Meister. Right? Zen Meister would free it.
With that he could try to do Direwolf, stuff like that, but.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a level 4. I think he would have gone for it.
Maybe he got like Obsidians and Azulis and stuff like that.
Nah, I think he'd be more aggressive.
Because you can't really use them right now.
You can make Zirconia. Ooh.
Heavy's tough. Heavy is game actually. Yeah, that's game. He lost.
Wow.
About to see his hand. Obsidian fusion. Oh, alright, bet. He's just showing that he had game, that's it. That's it, I guess.
Torrential.
We got all the PVSG in the watchers though, there. Torrential would have been nice.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I'm going to pause the stream. I think we're going to set up the next round.